I mean, hey, we all been there before with the grenade launcher. It giveth and it taketh. And right now, Bugha is taking some clicks away from this team. Right, ooh, 125 right there. He's picking up some big hits as he's sitting on the high ground. Sundown, it gets right inside, realizing the weakness of that box, and gets right in and goes back to height, gets the mats that he needs, and he has the complete tool set and recipe for success to close out this game that we're watching on with the victory royale.
Nice. The tool set and the recipe. Can he find the formula and put it all together to bake it into that delicious first place cake? Working from the top down right now. Definitely has Kit's mythic loot, so you can see those shots just hit so absurdly hard. It will follow up every time with that mythic charge shotgun. A lot of people think it's like, oh, it's the shotgun, it comes back, but it almost has kind of that combat shotgun vibe. When you aim down sights and you charge it up, it doesn't matter where you connect, it's gonna end up hurting. And that's an easy top 5. He really hasn't been threatened once he showed out that he had that caddy launcher. And now that we're going up the mountain, this should spell easy victory for him. Everyone else is going to be forced to try and aggressively 90 up right now, but as long as he's able to keep them out, he should be able to close it, and he does by taking high ground out here. One player goes up to challenge, big 119 shot, but can't find the follow-up, falls all the way down. Is going, nope, right back up. Great elimination, alley-oop, back to the high ground control. There's a reason he's the World Cup solo champion, back to back there, and he says victory royale, no problem. That was quite a cake, Bugha.
Wow, dude, he just destroyed that victory royale cake. He had that with a glass of milk, and he just destroyed everybody. He would put him down to crumbs, and that is why he's the World Cup, as you said, Sundown, World Cup champion, but able to navigate all those kind of miscues and missteps, and was closing that door on that game so strongly with that strong mythical shotgun. And you said so yourself, we saw it in its plays, just doing so much damage. And here is someone else doing what Clix was doing. It is Benjyfishy, who is so deadly, coming in from the EU side of things to invade on the NAE East. And no doubt, I think this guy could qualify again. Who knows, Sundown? But I like what I see from Benji's vibe. Oh my goodness, he's just bullying this person right now with the shockwave.
Yeah, and this person, you can tell Benji's frustrated because this person has burned all of their crash pads, which is the utility he really wanted to pick up from them. He's going to get some mats, but otherwise not really any other forms of upgrades there. However, you can see Benji already on 17 eliminations. So, or excuse me, Kit's charge shotgun with the shockwave launcher. I actually prefer personally, if I am able to get a handle on it, to have the tack, because if you're getting box to box, at least for me, I don't hit those ridiculous shots you see these guys connecting with, the ones Clix were able to get. But if you get in with a high rate of fire tack weapon, there's very little somebody can do to really out aim you, particularly if you're as good as these players. So I think it's a little bit of a trap, but it's just too convenient not to pick it up. Like, yes, it's stronger, it might be slightly more efficient to run the legendary tack with it if you're going for these insane box-to-box fights. With that being said, the mythic charge shotgun definitely hits plenty hard.
Yeah, the charge shotgun does most of its damage when you're like kind of like 1 or 2 boxes away, especially when it's charged up. But nice use of the zip line right there to break right in the box, using his body. 150 right there. Gonna go ahead and try to close it out, get out the escape route. But I think that, I'm trying to look, I think that was yoinked from him. I'm not 100% sure right there. I'm taking looks at it and see any kind of siphon coming through for Benji.
Yeah, the burst shots came through from that player right there who tried to launch over and then doubled down on top of the loot heading towards zone. And Benji says, I don't know how I feel about that. Going to immediately box up, push himself through, finds the charge shotgun shot, also has a player on his back. It's the Benjyfishy sandwich right now, but I'm not sure those 2 slices of bread feel like they have the advantage. In fact, one goes down there. Might as well have been the heel how quickly he was pulled out of the bag and tossed out.
Man, you're making me hungry with all these analogies. I feel it. And right now, Benji is hungry for more eliminations.
And you see it just adding to the collection there of gold, opting actually to stick with the legendary AR instead of the mythic burst, which you can generally see ends up being a preference. There's the huge 180, and you can see even pause for a second, right? That's when you know a player's really, really, really good. Not only did he flick, he waited the half second. He's like, yeah, do you see how good I am? I'm going to make sure I hit this, and not only is it going to be full charge, but it's going to be a headshot right on him. Brilliantly done to follow up there.
I want you to watch me eliminate you right from the POV. And then when you go into the VOD review and you see what happened and you say, yes, Benji knocked me out, you'll see that we were looking eye to eye and I blasted you with that charged mythical shotgun. But right now, Benji does get blasted and he's going to have to kind of retreat a little bit, gets right out of that situation. It's a great way to use the kit right there. It's a great way to disengage, especially in these opens. You're going to see a lot of the mobility. We've seen it with Clix a little bit earlier, just basically just going all over the map as much as possible. Almost feels like a grappler the way it's been used, and no doubt the geometry that Benji does have and his knowledge is so much better than what was happening with Bugha as he bounces right off the crash pad from a shockwave grenade launch to the crash pad, right back into the fight with only 5 people left, including himself, Sundown. I'm smelling that victory royale cake being put and baked in the oven.
And that's what he's going to want. He is at that elimination cap. So anybody he knocks out here is really just denying points from other players. It's all about the placement and getting the victory royale in terms of benefits for him personally. But it doesn't mean you can't rain on somebody else's parade, which is what that shockwave launcher does incredibly well. However, starting to get down there on rockets. So if he's not able to find a conversion, he's going to need to swap over to that other mythical weapon for all of his mobility, which, oh darn, what a tough choice to pick from. Do I get the glider grapple gun or the shockwave launcher to get all the way to the other side of the zone where nobody else can contest me? He's also doing pretty well in terms of the build total here, which other players are not going to end up having in a very short period, but needs to be careful. Flubbing the edits, 15 5 HP, 15 effective HP, doesn't have enough to drop down, so he's going to have to use the glider gun to catch him or find a key refresher on the edge of the zone. So now he can at least drop down, not risk the fall damage, but it's a 1v1, and he knows the other player has to be on the backside of the zone right now.
Only has one shockwave grenade launched in his name. This guy's heated out and oh my goodness, gets caught with the hunting rifle, sticking his hand in the cookie jar and getting L danced on, and gives me the best Home Alone face I've seen from someone in the EU region. Benji goes down.
Yeah, and he was lucky enough to, when he went down for the repressure, not only for getting 2 extra launch pads, he also got 5 more crash pads. And as that zone rotation pulls over the mountain directly towards the other side, the amount of utility he has is going to give him priority on finding positioning here and potentially turn to more picks, as we did have 30 plus players left, but that number is very quickly going to drop as everyone is forced to rotate and burn all of their mats and utility to get over and all the way down the other side of this mountain. And huge shots coming down from Clix. That was actually a conversion. That was a conversion from the launch pad. So when he threw down the launch pad, he broke the builds and somebody fell down. And then while raining shots down from the sky, lives with 15 HP and converts on the elimination. So super well done. You say 200 IQ. Well, that might have been 300 IQ from Clix.
Goodness gracious. And not only that, the 50-50 encounter he had once he landed. Some big time plays for Clix, and he has 229 points now, 230 points as he's gonna get another placement point here in the DreamHack Open. And this is talk about some hotness. So like I said, in California, the heat wave is kind of blazing right now. And right now, Clix is blazing in this lobby as he's gonna go ahead and do a nice stair tunnel, gonna extend it out a little bit, trying to find the front side. And looking right back, looking to turn and burn, and he still has 4 pads in his inventory. He has 3 launch pads. He's going to go ahead and take a short pad right now to try to get to the front side of the circle. Gets what he wants and gets some nice campfire action. Be careful now. It does burn your feet. Got to be careful.
Hot feet. Hot. Don't want to stand in that there, but instead finds a huge siphon. Going to trade out the shields for there. The headshot with the tack coming through and converting will get the upgrade as well into that epic loadout. You can see trying to find enough time to take the shield, but instead finds a meager 27 tag. However, going to follow it up right away. Again, tough trades coming out from him. Needs some spot to take the shields if he wants to get back up to the right effective HP. Really good job executing a quick short launch pad to get back on the priority side of zone. You would have missed it if you blinked, but now top 10 and 9 eliminations for Energy Clix.
And he's not on the ultimate low. He went up 1 more layer, and he goes up more layers right now, trying to get an eye on Height. Gonna go ahead and knock Height down, and Height is his. Doesn't have the shockwave grenade launcher, so he's not gonna have the opportunity to kind of guarantee or get a high chance of winning this victory royale, but he has to keep his eyes and ears ready just in case it pops off, because all it takes is 1 or 2 grenade launches and you get sent right into the storm. But Clix is going to go ahead and apply the pressure the old school fashion way, and the pressure comes right into his door. So now he's going to go ahead and decide to disengage, and I believe he takes a fall damage right there, Sundown. Now, granted, you know, there is a lot of people in the community, a lot of different kinds of coaches per se that could definitely help them out and work on their game. But Commandment and Clix, that's why they're sitting on top of this board right now. They're the ones that know how to show out. I mean, I think Commandment had like what,